Morning, learner, and welcome to our today's lesson. We continue to discuss about ratio, and today we are going to see how to increase quantities using ratio. And for us to be able to get that, just to remind you what we have done. For example, if you are given a ratio 21 is to 42, then you are supposed to simplify and see whether this is an increasing ratio or a decreasing ratio. So by 21 1 by 21 2. So in this case, this is a decreasing ratio. Decreasing ratio simply because if you write this as a fraction is 1 over 2. So meaning that the denominator is small. The numerator is small compared to the denominator. Therefore, when the numerator is small, we refer to that as decreasing ratio. Decreasing ratio. If it was 3 over 4, 3 maybe over 2. 3 over 2 is the ratio 3 is to 2. This is bigger, a big numerator, and therefore this is an increasing ratio. So that is the only difference. You look at the numerator. If the numerator is small, decreasing ratio. If the numerator is bigger, an increasing ratio. So today we want to see how we can be able to decrease ratios, some quantities using ratio. Like for example, increase 36 in the ratio 3 is to 4. The ratio 4 is to 3. I want you to look at this, learner, that if it's an increasing ratio, then this number is always bigger. So you can be able to see that. So it's simple work. If you want to increase that 6 in the ratio 4 is to 3, you just simply take that 6 times 4 over 3. You write this ratio in a fraction form. So that ratio should be an increasing ratio, but in a fraction form, meaning that the bigger number will come on top. That will be our numerator. So it's simple like that. By 12, by 3, 1 by 3, 12. And so this becomes 48. You can see it has moved from that 6 to 48. Therefore, we have increased. If you do the opposite, 3 over 4, then it will be a decrease. And you see it less than that 6. So you can say increase 56 apples in the ratio 5 is to 4. Increase 56 apples in the ratio 5 is to 4. This is an increasing ratio, and therefore you just take 56 times. How will this look like in a fraction form? 5 over 6 over 4. Simple as that. By 4, 1 by 4, 1, 4. 14 times 5 is simply 70. So this becomes 70. So we have moved from 56 apples to 70 apples, as you can be able to see. So it's not a difficult task. You just write the fraction as an increasing ratio. You write the ratio in a fraction that is an increasing ratio, and then you work out the questions. Maybe we get a few more questions from here, that you can be able to understand exactly what it means. Choose another example. Increase 44 kgs. Increase 44 kg in the ratio 15 is to 11. So our task number 1 is to write that ratio as a fraction. As a fraction is 15 over 11, and that's an increasing ratio. And we want to increase, so you multiply that by 44. 44 kg. You must write the units by 11, 1 by 11, 4. That will give you, this is going to be 60 kgs. So 44 kg to 60 kg. Another one may be, increase 225 kg. Increase 205 kg in the ratio 16 is to 15. In the ratio 16 is to 15. Task number one is to write this as an increasing ratio in a fraction form, 16 over 15. Remember, when you write a bigger numerator over smaller denominator, that means it's an increasing ratio. So you multiply that by 225. By 15, 1, by 15, 15. 15 times 15 is 225. Therefore, this will give you, by 5, sorry, let me just, by 5, 3, use the simplest form. By 5, 3, by 5, 4 for 20, 25, 5. Then by 3, 1, by 3, 15. Exactly. 16 times 15 gets 0, 8, 6, 1, 0, 4. So that gives you 240 pages. From 205 to 240. So whenever you are increasing, you cannot get anything less than what you are increasing. If you get a less amount, then you are wrong. You are definitely wrong. So you must increase, considering that the number that you're expecting to get should be more than the original number that you're given there. So we can move from there and move again to something that is decreasing. Now we have done the increasing. Now decreasing is the opposite. Decreasing ratio is the opposite. Like for example, decrease 3 hours. Decrease 3 hours. 3 hours in the ratio. 5 is to 6. Decrease 3 hours in the ratio 5 is to 6. So you can see that is already a decreasing ratio. And how do we write it in a fraction? It is 5 over 6. Look at our numerator is smaller. So when the numerator is smaller, that is a decreasing ratio. So you multiply by these 3 hours. So by 3, 1, by 3, 2. 5 over 2, if you divide this well, you get 2.5 hours. So this is a decreased number. Look at 3 and 2.5. This is decreased by half, so it becomes 2.5 hours. We'll give you another one. Decrease 1 meter in the ratio 5 is to 8. Decrease 1 meter in the ratio 5 is to 8. So that definitely will be 5 over 8 times 1 meter. This will give you 5 over 8 over a meter. But again, if you decrease this, it's going to give you 5 over 8 over a meter. That is the fraction form. If you want to write in terms of centimeters, you can just divide it, change this to centimeters, you get 500 over 8, and you get it in a ratio, in a decimal point. So 1 divide reduce in the ratio 5 is to 8, you get 5 over 8. 5 over 8. 5 over 8 over a meter, that means you can write it in centimeters. So much of that. Let's move again to 2 questions. Before I give you some questions to work out. Decrease 480. Decrease 480 in the ratio 5 is to 6. In the ratio 5 is to 6. We are decreasing, so the smaller number on top times 480 by 6, 1, that is give you 400. So you can see from 480 to 400 just decreased. So that's all. Then we come to other types of questions that we are supposed to do. And I write one here. In what ratio must 15 be decreased to become 45? In what ratio must 15 be increased to become 45? If you see this learner, whenever you see this, just write these two numbers one over the other as an increasing ratio. I want you to look here. What did we say when talking about increasing ratio? That the bigger number should come on top. That is to be the numerator. So our 45 in this case will be our numerator. Then this 15 will be our denominator. As simple as that. And then from there, now you simplify by 15 1, by 15 3. And then write this now as a ratio. In the ratio 3:1. You can see, Lana, this is an increasing ratio. 3/1 is an increasing ratio. And so, if you increase 15 in the ratio 3:1, you're supposed to get 45. That's true. See whether that's true. In increasing ratio, you want to increase this by 3:1. So you get 3/1 times 15. That is 45. That is very true. So this one is not much of work. What you do, you just write the bigger number over the smaller number to know how much you're going to increase it. Let me write another example. In what ratio must 72 be increased? In what ratio must be 72 increased to become 96? Remember, Lana, we are talking about increasing ratio, bigger number first over the smaller number, which is 72. And from there you simplify. By 8, 12, by 8, 9 times. Then by 3, 3, by 3, 4. In the ratio of 4:3. If you increase 72 in the ratio 4:3, you are supposed to get 96. That is true. So it must be increased in the ratio of 4:3. Then the next question. In what ratio must 54 meters, in what ratio must 54 meters be increased to become 120? Be increased to become 120 meters. So, as usual, the bigger number over the smaller number if you are increasing. Then this will give you by 227, by 260, by 3, 9, by 3, 20, and so in the ratio 20:9. If you increase it in the ratio 20:9, you get 120. Let's go to decrease very fast so that we wind up the lesson. In what ratio must 321? In what ratio? This is decrease. In what ratio must 321 be decreased to become 246? Be decreased to become 246. In this case, we are decreasing. When you are decreasing, the smaller number comes first. So 246 is smaller compared to 321. And so by 3, 8, 2, by 3, 1, 0, 7. Then so the answer is 82 is to 107. We don't have a common divisor there. 3 cannot. So that becomes the answer. 82 is to 107. You realize that the starting ratio now is smaller compared to when we were doing increasing, where this was bigger. So this is what we mean by decreasing. This must be a smaller number. The first number should be a smaller number. I want to do the last one. Two masses of sand are in the ratio 4:5. The smaller mass is 6 tons. What is the larger mass? Okay, Lana. Two masses are of sand are in the ratio 4:5. The smaller mass is 6 tons. What is the larger mass? What is the larger mass? Now, whenever you get a question like this, learner, you don't panic. You write your ratios 4:2. The ratios are 4:5. Now you realize that we are told the smaller mass is 6 tons. So which is the smaller ratio? The smaller mass goes with the smaller ratio. So the smaller mass is this one, and this is 6 tons. So our question is, what is the larger mass? So if just say the total ratio is 9, if 4 out of 9 is equals to 6 tons, what about 5 out of 9 is what tons? You realize that this and this are the same, so you don't need to write them there. So you simply say, if I were you, I just say, if 4 ratios gives us 6 tons, what will 5 ratios give us? So 5 times 6 over 4. By 2, 2, by 2, 3. By 2, 1, by 2, 2.5. So 2.5 times 3 will give you 7.5. So the bigger ratio or the bigger mass is 7.5 tons. You can see, if you ask about the bigger mass, it must be more than 6 tons. So the ratio one, the difference of the ratios here is 1, and that one you realize if you subtract here, then the 1 is equivalent to 1.5 tons. So this is the bigger mass. So I want to stop at that point and give you some practice questions. That is exercise 114, exercise 114, 115. These 2 exercises. Let us do them and do them well. That is from pages 107 through page 198. Those 2 questions. If you do them well, considering what I've just taught you, learner, you'll be able to get all the questions. So until next time, learner, bye bye.